So, part 5, right? This is where it get funny. So, like, people really tripping now, right? Everybody tripping, and all the jealousy coming out. You can't even hide it. So what these people was doing was they was recording my conversations. They was illegally tapping my phone, and they was recording my conversations. So they was taking my voice, making so it's really getting weird. What they doing is I'm back. What they doing is taking my voice, because AI been around for a long time and just extremely advanced now. And only certain people had access to it back then. So they was taking my voice, and they were like, I'm gonna use this as an example, right? Say if like my cousin got a haircut, and I'm like, as a stylist, I'm like, yeah, that's a nice haircut, but it didn't, like certain things frame your face. So certain styles are made for certain people, like their face shape, their eye shape, you know what I mean? Like certain people shouldn't get their eyebrows arched in because of the way their eyelids are shaped, or the way their bone structure, their face shape, just, everything ain't for everybody. And that's a true sentiment. Shit, y'all, hold on. Alright, so, I don't remember what I was saying, y'all. I'm back. What was I saying? Dang, I might have to go back and watch the video to see what I was saying, but dang, yo, I gotta go back and watch it. I'll be back. Alright, so what they was doing was taking things, illegally record my conversations, and they'll take something really small like, oh, the shoes was cute, but they ain't match the outfit, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't like the color, or, they cute. The shoes is cute, but the heel is too high for me to like make a whole AI thing. Like I'm talking about them in a bad way. Like them shoes was ugly, they was cheap, they was dirty, they was just. When all I said was like, they cute, them heels too high for me. You get what I mean? So people was taking it and running with it instead of just asking me like, did you say this? Did you say that? They just was taking it and running with it. And I'm the type of person, if I thought that me and you had an understanding, and something happened, I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? Is we good? Because X, Y, and Z happened, and I'm just checking in and see if we good. Like, what's going on? The fact that these people took all of these things and ran with it, you know what I mean? Like, it showcased their secret animosity. They showcased how they really felt about me, and that's something that I can't forget, you know what I mean? That's just not something that I'm willing to overlook. And it's just one of those things that like people make time for everything and everybody but you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm paying attention to that too. Like I'm paying attention to everything. And it's just like, when people know you and they just quickly believe the worst about you, it's because they want that narrative to match what's in their heart. It really don't have anything to do with you. And I wish I would have knew that when I was a lot younger. I learned that as I got older, but I wish I would have known it in my 20s, you know what I mean? In my early 30s, I'm gonna say that. A lot of things that you go through, some people go through, is deflection, and it's just off of somebody else's character. Some people just assume that you are like them, you know what I mean? So they quick to believe certain things because it's like they're capable of doing it, you know. At the end of the day, it's a lot of people that just ain't right, and that's the reality of the real world, in the world that we live in. People just absolutely don't care about you, and I don't have to pretend that that's not a reality. You know, I don't have to give people excuses anymore because, you know, at the end of the day, you made your choice and you gotta stand on it, you know. So that taught me a lot, how people were quick to get on the I hate Brandy wagon. And these is people that I thought that I had a good relationship with, you know. These is people that thought that I had a special bond with, you know, that I thought that we were kind of close. That if something malicious like that was taking place in my life.
Not time for this.
Okay, well, watch out. You have to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Okay, and then I also found out that I didn't know at that time. And mind you, this was 10 years ago. So, they were, some of this stuff was like 6, 7, 8 years ago. You know, they were like, you know, making, I don't know, they were just, you know, voice notes, false voice notes, you know, like really taking my voice and creating the conversation. And I know some people, this one particular person had text messages, right? My abuser had these false text messages showing everybody like I'm begging to be back with this person. And how I knew it was a real thing that somebody can do was because my family member, somebody, I guess, mirrored their phone. I don't know what they did, but they kept texting an individual or whatever, right? And it looked like it came from his phone, but it didn't come from his phone because him and the person was sitting right in front of each other. And he was like, well, I'm getting messages from you right now. He like, you know, I'm not texting you, whatever. So my abuser had false messages acting like I'm begging to be back with this person. And, you know, so the story that he told was that he left me. You know, I didn't clear it up because I didn't have to. The people that know me knows the truth, for one. For two, to look at me and look at him, it is no way possible anybody should think that I'm begging for this person to be back in my life. If they believe that, then they have some serious issues, and that had nothing to do with me. But he would get caught in his lie, like he did several times. So, you know what I mean? Why am I defending a lie that you telling? You know, tell some more lies. You just gonna get caught. You know, I'm not gonna go around explaining every little detail in my life.
Mom. Can you let me know what she done?
I'm back again, y'all. I get this interrupted so many times a day. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the text messages or whatever, right? So I just like, I didn't take time out of my day to explain, you know what I mean? Because nobody should believe it anyway. You know what I mean? Because I could have them whenever I wanted. So, you know what I mean? If I wanted them, I could have had them. So why would I be begging for somebody that I could have? You know what I mean? Like, people just don't use common sense. And when it comes to me, people just a certain kind of way. Which is like, I don't know. It's always been like that, though. But you would think that at a certain age, people will understand that jealousy and envy is a waste of time. I could never understand being jealous or envious of someone for any reason. Because I've been dead broke so many times in my life, like literally not having $1 to my name. I've been through so many hardships that going through stuff is nothing new. It's nothing new to me. Like, so when people, they put, oh, she thinks she better than everybody and she broke. I never said I was better than nobody. And I've been broke all my life. I was never wealthy. I mean, so what are you saying? Why am I going to be offended by the truth? You know what I mean? I've never been wealthy. I don't know what that feels like. And that might really lose my mind. Because I really... If I had enough money to live comfortably and pay all my bills, I might really lose my mind. No. I don't want to wake the baby up. I might really lose my mind. Because, like, I've never lived with that kind of comfort. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I might really be a different person. I don't know. I mean, to be able to get up and do what I want and go where I want. I don't know what type of person I would be. I've never had that luxury. To make a long story short, that was a real thing, And of course, I don't know if my family member believed it or not. I'm gonna take that back. I don't know if my family member knew they were fake messages or not. But they didn't defend me. You know what I mean? They made it seem like it was a thing, and they were like, you should just hug him when you see him, say hi when you see him. And I'm like, fuck no. I struggled for many years because of this motherfucker. I don't even acknowledge this bitch. I don't see this motherfucker. He can be sitting right next to me. Where? He's absolutely nothing. Nothing to me. Nothing. So, I mean, the fact that everyone is aware of the things that I had to go through, to actually want me to be cordial with someone who went out of their way to make themselves my enemy, is insane to me. Like, you really don't have no love for me. You don't have a desire to protect me in any kind of way. So, you're an enemy too.